Everyone, in the previous class we started with arithmetic instruction. In that we have discussed about addition with carry, binary coded decimal numbers and decimal adjust for addition. Today in this class let's discuss about subtraction of unsigned numbers. The general syntax for this subtraction is SUBBA comma source. So generally when we say subtraction, we will be having two kind of instruction. One is SUB and the other one is SUBB. But 8051 do support only SUBB instruction. Therefore, when we say subtraction, it will be having an opcode like SUBBA comma source. Now source can be present in your register or in memory, or it can be part of your instruction. So here, when we perform subtraction, there are two cases. When we do take carry is equal to 0, and when we do take carry is equal to 1. So here when we say carry, it means that we are taking borrow. So with respect to addition, CY is used to represent the carry. With respect to subtraction, the CY is used to say about borrow. So here, before we execute this operation SUBB, there will be two conditions we can use. One is with CY is equal to 0 and the other one is CY is equal to 1. So this 8051, of course, it has a addition circuitry, so it is having a circuitry for addition. But if we do have this circuitry for subtraction also in the same 8051, it will be very complex. So we don't have any separate circuitry for subtraction. The existing addition circuitry can be used for your subtraction. So let's discuss with the first case, that is SUBB, subtract with borrow, when CY is equal to 0. When we performing the operation, we have to follow three steps. One is we have to take the 2's complement of source operand. The first step is we have to take the 2's complement of the source operand. Then we have to add it with the content of your A. So here the source operand is called as subtrahend, and the data which is present in accumulator we call it as minuend. And after the operation is performed, we have to invert the carry. Let's understand these steps by taking an example. Here you can see the first case what we have taken is when CY is equal to 0. Right, therefore you can see, look at this instruction. So first we have made the clear C, that is CY is equal to 0. Now we have taken two data, one is 3F and the other one is 2,3. So here we have taken representation of 3F and 2,3. The first step says we have to take the 2's complement of subtrahend. Right, we have to take the 2's complement of subtrahend, nothing but your source. Now the source is 23. Now you have to take the 2's complement of 23. So this is 2's complement of 23. So 2's complement of 23 is nothing but we have to take first 1's complement of the number. Right, we have to take the 1's complement of the number, then adding 1 to it, we will be getting the 2's complement. The number what we have taken is 23. So this is 2's complement of 23. That is what we have written here. So first you have to take the 2's complement of subtrahend, add it with your minuend. So minuend is 3F. So you have done this 2's complement. Now do the addition. So after addition you will get the carry as 1. So now we have done with the first two steps. We have taken the 2's complement, then we have done the addition. Now the third step says invert the carry. So now carry is equal to 0. After this SUBB, after this inversion, if carry flag is equal to 0, then the answer is positive. After this performance, so the flags affected are carry flag and auxiliary carry flag, which will be set to 0. Let's move with the next case where we are taking carry flag, nothing but your borrow flag is set to 1. So this is the example. So initially we are making C is equal to 0. Next we have taken two data, one is 4C and 6E. We have to perform the subtraction, that is 4C minus 6E. Right, so the steps are same. You have to take the 2's complement of 6E, then you have to add it with 4C. Right, then after the performance you have to complement you have to invert your carry. So here you can see the first instruction is loading 4c into A. The next instruction is SUBB A comma 6e, that is 4c minus 6e. So if there is no carry, you will execute this instruction, that is the contents will be stored in R1. If there is carry, then your answer will be negative and you have to take the answer in 2's complement, or else you can say that your answer will be in 2's complement form. Therefore, if there is a carry, you have to complement the contents of A and you have to increment A so that you can get the 2's complement of the number. So this is the representation of 4c and 6e. So what we have to do, we have to take the 2's complement of, so we have to take the 2's complement of 6e now. So 6e 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 0. So take 1's complement first, so it will be 0 0 1, then add 1 to this. So 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0. So this is what 2's complement of 6e. Next we have to do the addition with 4c. We have done the addition also. After the addition you can see that the carry what we have got it as 0. Right. So now we have to execute the third step, that is inverting your carry. So inverting the carry gets you 1. So when we are having cy is equal to 1, we say that the result is negative and the answer is in 2's complement form. Let's move with the next example. We have taken the subtraction here. So we are trying to perform the subtraction of 2762 minus 1296. Now first we have to execute the lower order byte, then we have to move with higher order byte. So that's why what we have done, you can see, so we have done cy is equal to 0. Next we are moving 62 to A and perform the first subtraction SUBB 96H, right. So here after this subtraction you will get carry flag is equal to 1. You will get it as carry flag is equal to 1, which will be taken for the next higher level. You will have CC with the carry 1. So next you have to perform like 27 minus 12 minus 1. For after this you will get it as the answer as 14H. So the final answer will be 14cc. About subtraction, so SUBB with the cy is equal to 0 and with cy is equal to 1. Next we will move with unsigned multiplication and division. So this is first we will take with multiplication. The syntax for this is MULAB. So A into B, the result what you will be getting, it is 16-bit result which will be stored in B and A. So A will be holding the low byte of your address and B will be holding the higher byte of address. So example we have taken here. So first you are loading A with 25 and you are loading B with 65 and then you are executing mul AB. So after this multiplication, the result what you will be getting it as 0E99. So 99 will be stored in lower order. The lower order address will be stored in A and this higher address answer will be stored in B. So here you can see here. So multiplication you will be doing byte by byte. So you have operand 1 and 2 where the result, in the result case, the A will be holding the low byte and B will be holding the higher byte. So next we have division of unsigned numbers. The instruction is like div AB, which is divide A by B. So here we will be looking to your quotient and remainder. The quotient will be present in A and the remainder will be present in B. I have taken one example. So this one, you are loading accumulator with 95 and the register B with your 10. So now A will be holding numerator and B will be holding denominator. Once you perform div AB, now you will be having your remainder and quotient, right? So A is equal to A is equal to, after this operation, A is equal to 9, that will be your quotient, and B will be holding the remainder, which is equal to 5. So if this instruction, whatever this div we are using, if there is if this instruction B, whatever you are using denominator B, if it is 0, then there occurs an overflow. So here can overflow indicates an error and carry is equal to 0. So this instruction always makes your cy is equal to 0 and ob is equal to 0, that is overflow flag is equal to 0 if the denominator is not 0. If b is not 0, then cy is equal to 0 and overflow flag is equal to 0. If b is equal to 0, then overflow is equal to 1, which indicates an error. Presentation we have, that is division is done byte by byte. A will be holding numerator, B will be holding denominator, where quotient is present in A and remainder is present in B.